Right, looking out here, we're round 2 of the racing as the rain returns.
Just see Daniel Medham taking my spot on the grid there.
This is kind of London. So Dan, he's squeezed into your spot, has he? what bike number is he running?
88 and spot number 7 on the second road.
Whose bike's that? Of course, sorry, yep.
I'm not too sure, I was just going to say not too sure.
That's the Peter Lodge machine. I tell you who put the numbers on that bike, because he went to Australia and the numbers weren't pretty on it. They were 2 different numbers, so I said, well, I'll go and buy you some new numbers, and I like those sort of things. They were legal size numbers, but there was 2 different colours of numbers or 2 different styles of numbers, so I went off. It was only about $6, and it's good, because when I got into the pits this morning, I was told Peter Lodge's bike, which is that one that Dan's on, was having your side of the collar, so you've been I'm very appreciative of you coming up to talk to in the commentary box and tell us what you think about it. That's Chris Swallow out there in the front.
You just noticed Daniel Medham getting into 2nd place off the start, just a big dive bomb into turn 1, which is brilliant. Got past, I think that was Gr1R2 that he got past there.
So right out in the front, we've got Chris Swallow on the 32. 88 is Dan Medham there. 24 is Gr1R2 and 60 Tyler Lincoln. Then we go back to 101, Colin Tate from Wanganui. That's the top 5 bikes. That's 2 Manx Nortons in 4th and 5th place there as they're heading to hairpin. You can recognise Chris Swallow there. Well, it's a dull red helmet, but it's still a red helmet nevertheless. And we've got the blue bike in there. But it looks like that bike at Dan Medham's is pretty quick. This is a pushrod bike too.
Yeah, it's got some legs on it.
Do you know much about pushrods and overhead cams and all that?
A little bit. When I was working with Resta Race up in Auckland, I learnt a little bit, but not too much.
Oh, that's Aidan Cartwright. Now, he's come on board your team as well this year. He's a very experienced mechanic, and I think to any serious superbike race, or every serious superbike racer needs a mechanic with. They're so complex these days. So congratulations on getting him. It'd be good to have Aidan, because he's got the experience of John Ross. Caught up with John Ross's family the other day. I don't remember. A lot of you might remember John Ross, former New Zealand 600 champion superbike rider. He's not riding bikes at the moment, but he's looking at. He bought himself a TQ, so lap 1 down, and Chris Swallow's got a healthy lead for 1 lap. We're back to 4 lap races for the next 2, 4, 5 rounds. What was that there, Connor?
Daniel Medham just running wide there. He's this is the first race. He's had problems with the bike all morning, so he missed out on race 1. But yeah, he's got off to a good start, but I think he's just pushing it too hard just to catch up.
Do you think it might be something to do with the adhesion on the track?
I'd say this is probably his most laps he's done in one go today, so I think he's just getting used to it. You know, coming off a superbike last weekend, jumping on this is not an easy thing to do, so I think he's just getting used to it. Might have hit the wrong side, changed gears.
Yeah, and a man that went to Europe this year and or the UK, and actually when he did ride, he did pretty well. Unfortunately, he had a problem. He did end up with 2 broken legs, didn't he?
Just the 1 broken leg.
He broke something early on and was sidelined. I think he damaged his leg.
Yeah, he broke his wrist. He was riding for a below average team that had some issues with the bike that caused him to go down, and so he left that team.
Oh, well, if you walk on all 4s like South Aucklanders do, that is one of your legs. He's not from the south of Auckland, is he? No swearing. No.
West Auckland he's from.
West, they walk on 4 legs, yeah. Never mind. Apparently they filmed gorillas in the mist in a shower in West Auckland. That's what they tell me. Chris Swallow out in the front there, and 24 Gr1R2 looks over his shoulder now. He'll be wondering when Dan Medham is coming to knock on his back door, because Dan Medham is in front, and already Dan is closed up there. There's probably 7 or 8 bike names coming out of the Toyota corner. In 4th place we have Tyler Lincoln on the Manx Norton. And this is the Dave Kennar own machine, the number 60, featuring some scratches. Tyler biffed it down the road in turn 1 at Taupo at the earlier meeting. I don't think there was too much damage to the bike, but the paint's still showing the battle scars of it. In behind him is, that to me, with the bright coloured helmet, that has got to be John Carter. Yes, indeed it is. Nick Worthington there, followed by Tamanui's Lee Tidman there on the Western Special, running his race number he does at the New Zealand Superbike Championships, 45. What are you seeing out there?
That bike at Daniel's just rocketed past Zuri down the back straight, took it 2nd place.
So, yeah, what does Gr1R2 do for a living? You'd know more than...
he works in a bike shop in Hamilton. Sorry, I don't know the name.
No, that's right, he's a bike mechanic, so he knows a bit about how the bikes work. Yeah, look at that bike of Dan Medham's, but also the skill of Dan there, down there back straights, looking like the showers are actually getting a bit heavier. starting to see quite a bit of rain over the back straight there, and definitely a bit in the pit lane there. Here's the white flag. The white flag comes out for Chris Swallow, the school teacher from Karori in Wellington. Dan Meadow goes through in second place, 24 Gr1R2 there. What is Gr1R riding? He's riding the 1972 Triumph Daytona Works replica. There's 60, followed by 131 and 41. 60 is Tyler Lincoln, John Carter, and then 41 is Nick Worthington, Lee Tidman coming through there in 7th spot. Colin Tate there, and in behind him, that's going to be Cobb here. Didn't quite see that number. Legs over the number board. Probably Brett Eaton or Owen Armstrong. Brett Eaton is listed as being in 10th place. Owen Armstrong is in 11th place on 221. Neville Mickelson on the 95 machine. He'll be on a Velocet. Great to see the latest megaphone, probably the latest, yeah, October 2018. Has a photo of his father, Jack, who just passed away recently, and there's also an obituary inside. Megaphone is the official organ or official journal of the New Zealand Classic Racing Motorcycle Register. Just picked up a copy this morning. I've got to flick through it, but that's one thing I did see. So Neville Mickelson out there, and he's in 12th spot. Melissa Tate is in 14th spot. Just in front of her is Sheldon Revens on the Honda CB 504. We've got Russell Forrest, Anthony Starr, Steve J, and I think that's no, we've got Liam Briggs, and that's the riders that have finished that lap. There it is, a checkered flag. That's the second one today for number 32, 385, 365. Jim Courtney goes through on, looks like a Triumph Daytona there. In fact, that's what it's listed as. So he's a lapper, but that's good. 19 starters, 19 finishes. So we'll reel them off now. Chris Swallow, Dan Metten, Gr1R, Tyler Lincoln now goes through and takes off 4th place. John Carter on the first of the Japanese bikes comes through on the 1972 Seeley Suzuki. Nick Worthington in 6th spot. Lee Tidman crosses the line on 45, and Colin Tate on the yellow fairing, the 101 machine, the Manx Norton Cobb here. Number 9 across the track, number 191 on the machine, and Brett Eaton there on a Suzuki T500 there in 10th spot. Got to see who else we got. 11th and 12th, Owen Armstrong, and then Neville Mickelson. Got a few stragglers going around the circuit there. We'll wait for them to come through and are picked up by the timing people. 172, oh, lovely 4-cylinder sound CB 354, and they might not be the biggest bike in the world, but I'll tell you what, when I was a kid growing up and lying there when ready to go to sleep, there was a 354 used to go past every night, and the sound of it had a 4-1 on it at stage. There was also a big 754 called Dragula in Whanganui. If anyone knows where that bike Dragula ended up, I'd love to hear. Back to a bit of the radio, folks.